Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello and welcome back to our new podcast. This is your English language practice partner Muhammad Omor once again in front of you. Today we have an special guest and our topic is how to learn English very easily and smartly. First of all, I would love to ask you some question. Brother, could you please tell us something about yourself?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. I'm Rafin. I study in Bangladesh Islamic University. I'm from Khulna and currently I'm living in Dhaka.
Okay, brother. In our country, most of the students start English language journey from class 1, and after finishing their masters, they learn each and everything in English grammar. Apart from that, they cannot speak English. What is the reason behind that? What do you think?
Actually, it's the most common scenario of Bangladesh. Most of the people they start their English journey from class 1, it's true, and maybe they read from class 1 to masters and they read English again and again, but they read only grammar. That's the problem. Actually, when we were a child, we learned Bangla, but we didn't learn Bangla by learning grammar. We learned Bangla by practicing Bangla. We heard Bangla from our relatives, maybe father, mother, or someone else. Beside that, we tried again and again. So, in our childhood, we made thousands of mistakes, but we did not stop our journey, and that makes us fluent in Bangla. And like this, if we start learning English, just practicing every time and everywhere, then everyone can be fluent in English too.
Yeah, obviously, you are absolutely correct that we learned our mother tongue without fearing any mistake, without afraiding any mistake. However, so what do you think? How student can learn English very easily and smartly?
Thanks. Actually, I think that if a student wants to learn English very easily and smartly, he should not go with the traditional ways, because in our traditional education system there is no easy or smooth way to learn English. If someone wants to learn English properly, then he must exercise it with maybe some institute. He or she should take a basic course of English where maybe he or she can learn the basic vocabularies and how to make a sentence, the basic grammar rules. This will help a person to learn the basic things of English, and it will take maybe 2 or 3 months, not a big deal. If anyone continue this course for 3 months, then from any institute, whatever the institute is, just the institute must be there are several good institute in Bangladesh. So anyone can take the basic course or fundamental course from these kinds of institutes, and this will help a person to learn English very from the very beginning. It will help most.
Yes, thanks a lot for your answer, obviously. Brother, my another question is that most of the students in our country, they cannot speak English because of their shyness, hesitation and nervousness. They feel that if I make mistake, what people will think? Am I making mistake or not? So what do you think about making mistake in order to learning English?
That's the very interesting question. Most of the students, most of the people who try to learn English, they feel shy because what the other people will say. And here I want to say that when we were a child, we made lots of mistakes just learning Bangla. And after making mistakes, we learned Bangla. And it is the major formula. It is the formula of learning English too. If someone wants to learn English, then he must make mistakes without any hesitation, just make mistakes. If you make mistakes, then you are in the right track. You are on the right track, and just you need to continue your journey. Inshallah, one day you can reach your goal.
Definitely, I strongly agree to your statement that making mistake is the first step of learning anything, and we shouldn't avoid our journey because of their mistake. Because those who are fluent speaker in our country now, at the very beginning in their journey, they made thousand mistake, but they try again and again, repeatedly and continuously, and they rectified their mistake, they recorrect their mistake. As a result, today they are regarded as a fluent speaker or as a motivator. Brother, my another question is that there are so many students in our country. They ask us, the brother, how we can memorize vocabulary very easily. They memorize vocabulary, but few days back they forget it. And what is the special formula, or what is the best formula from your side will you suggest for the beginners?
I think there is no special formula. It depends on the person. It varies person to person. For me, I tried a method, and that is I learned a vocabulary or 2 or 3 vocabulary in a day, and I just practice those vocabularies in my speech and also while writing. And while utilizing these words or vocabularies, I just memorized all these vocabs, and I practiced these vocabs again and again, not only one day but also in other days while in providing speech or practicing with my other partners. And also I tried to write Facebook posts in English by using those vocabularies. Actually, I tried to utilize those vocabs in my daily life, and that's how I learned vocabs.
Yeah, obviously, I strongly agree with you that when we learn any vocabulary, when we memorize any vocabulary, our first and foremost intention should be how to use this vocabulary in our day-to-day conversation, in our day-to-day life. If we can use them in our day-to-day life, I think it will be easier for us to remember it for a long time. So, brother, my another important question we get usually from the beginners. Some of the speakers in our country, they say that if you join our course, you will be able to speak English within 1 month. Even though some of the motivators or influential speaker, they say that if you join our crash course, you will be able to speak English very spontaneously within 7 days. How do you think? Is it possible to speak English or to become fluent speaker within 7 days?
Truly speaking, it's not possible at all. If someone is a beginner and he wants to try, or he's trying to learn English, then he should not attend this kinds of course, because this course, it's not actually possible to utilize or to learn a new language in only 2 months or 1 week. If someone practice too much, someone don't speak a single Bangla word, then someone should be a chance to maybe learn but English very quickly, but though it will take almost 3 months minimum. But in order to do this thing, he must not do any other kinds of things. Even it will be very difficult to continue his study, because he's already studying English. So if a normal person of our country wants to learn English, I suggest to them that they must avoid these kinds of course or crash courses. These are not possible in reality.
The bottom line of our brother's speech is what we think is not the reality. The reality is really tough and difficult. Basically, learning a language it is not a short-term process. It is a long-term and lifetime process. So if we believe that someone will come in our life and he will teach me English, I will be fluent speaker within 7 days. To be honest, in reality you will fall in depression. You will be depressed. That's a never ever think that learning a language it will come overnight. Fluency will never come overnight. You have to spend your time. You have to invest your time. You need to be dedicated. You need to upgrade a lot of things, and then you can upgrade your language capability. Therefore, my last question is to our brother. So, what will be your suggestion for the beginners, those who are thinking that they will start their English spoken journey? From where should they start?
For the beginners, they should start learning English by watching English podcasts or documentaries, and also they should try speaking English in every time, everywhere, and also they must need to make mistakes without any hesitation. And I suggest to admit in a basic course of take a basic course from any institute, and then after building your basic level or foundation, then you can go with anything else like IELTS or something like this kinds of course. And there are lots of organizations like British Council who are there to teach English properly. And also another thing is you must make an environment. A person must make an environment for learning English. They must try to speak English, write English, listen English regularly, and for that reason everyone must ensure a perfect environment, and this environment can be created in their own house, just by convincing some of your siblings or even father or mother to communicate in English. Beside that, you can take your friends, you can communicate with your friends. Several friends maybe make a group for their English journey, and this kinds of real life experience can be good, or is the best option for learning English. It's not possible that you will take a course and you will finish your English. It's a journey, so you must continue this again and again. You must try to read every day something in English, maybe a newspaper or maybe a magazine or a book, and must be try to hear English from someone. And nowadays is very easy because we have technology in our hand. We can use YouTube as our teachers, also AI, artificial intelligence. We can also take the help of artificial intelligence, and beside all these things, a person must need to be patient.
Thanks a million for having with us, for joining with us, for giving your valuable time. So those who are watching our video, please stay connected, stay well, stay safe. See you next. All the best. Allah Hafiz.